So we just wrote a blog on this called GBS is dead, or Global Business Services are dead, but long live generative business services. So I think what's happening with the traditional global business services, I think there are three massive problems that we are facing. One, there's a demand problem. If you look at every enterprise, they want to balance, there is a macroeconomic slowdown. So they do want cost savings, but at the same time, there's a big hurry to innovate. But GBS value proposition is so focused on cost savings that the innovation part is missing. I think the second part is there's a supply problem, because if you look at any student who's graduating today, GBS is not their number one sort of priority to go after. They don't think GBS is sexy anymore. So they are going after a startup or a technology provider, or they want to start their own thing. How do you elevate the positioning of GBS to attract the cream of the talent is a big problem. And then I think the third thing is the narrative itself. GBS, if you ask the common person out there, what do you think of GBS or shared services or outsourcing? They'll think of mundane, transactional, boring work. So there is a narrative problem as well. So I think with that, keeping that in mind, the long-term potential, if we continue to use the same sort of terminology, the same sort of solutions, the same sort of models, whether it goes down or whether it flattens is the question, but it's certainly not going the hockey stick increase. But I think there is a huge potential with generative AI coming in, where GBS can move to a completely new value S-curve of creating huge productivity improvements on what they can currently do, creating predictive capabilities, creating autonomous capabilities, like finding more creative work to do, more exciting work to do, which can sort of alleviate some of these issues that we are facing with the traditional GBS model. So I think on one hand, you can look at it as a glass half empty, where you can say GBS is dead, but also you can look at it as a glass half full, while looking at this is a fantastic once in a lifetime opportunity for GBS leaders to move to a completely different value proposition.